Welcome to Graham County. Welcome to the Graham Star Facebook page. The Graham Star providing unparalleled news coverage from and around Graham County since 1955. Swain County has won the opening coin toss and will receive the ball to begin tonight's game. Big matchup to end the season for both programs. We're going to stay with the Knights, though, of course, here on the Graham Star Facebook page. And Robbinsville just about ready to tear through the banner tonight here under the Big Oaks. Kevin Hensley with you on the call this evening. Good to have you with us wherever you may be here on Facebook Live. Been a while since we've seen our junior varsity Black Knights. They are 2-2 this season, coming off a 28-14 loss at Mountain Heritage last week. And they're 2-1 at home this season. See how they can finish the year tonight. Very, very skilled team. Swain will provide a challenge. Just last year, Swain and Robbinsville went right down to the wire in Bryson City. Robbinsville did prevail in that game. And the Maroon Devils trying to get their bearings about them as they trot out onto the field tonight. Now it's like deep to receive for the Devils is number 6. That is Shiloh Woodson, a freshman for Swain County. And kicking off for Robbinsville is number 77. That's big Owen Blevins fixing to spike the ball. As we welcome you once again here on Facebook Live. A kick drops in front of the 30-yard line, scooped up near the Swain sideline, is snuffed out immediately on the tackle. Tillman Adams and Adair Panama. So little gain on the kickoff return, and Swain will begin things 1st and 10. Looks like they're going to be on their own 25-yard line.
And the Maroon Devils will have the ball at their own 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Swain County.
First and 10 now for the Devils at the 25. Quick pass, complete. Woodson on the reception. Caught and suplexed to the ground by Andrew Adams. They're trying to call a fumble. And it will be a fumble. Big fumble recovery for Robbinsville on the first play of this game. Coming up with the loose ball was number 21, Roman Jones. And the Black Knights will take over just like that. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. That's the way you want to start tonight's game against Swain County. 1st and 10 now from the 27. Pitch. And he'll get a couple of yards on that. That's Quinn Jumper on the carry for Robbinsville. 2-yard gain brings up 2nd and 8. The field looks good tonight. We had some issues last time seeing the field, but no issues tonight. Nice freshly painted field. 2nd and 8 at the 25. Handoff that time goes to, looks like Adair Panama, but he is dropped for a loss by Shiloh Woodson for the Maroon Devils. Looks like a loss of 3s where the ball was dropped. Let's see where the officials spot it. They're going to give him a loss of 4 back at the 29. So let's go back up 3rd down and 12 for Robbinsville. So Robbinsville got a free gift. They don't need to cough it up right away, hoping to convert here on a long 3rd down. But they're deep in Devils territory. Bryce Adams rolls out, pass complete to Tillman Adams, and that'll be enough for a first. But now they're trying to say Swain stripped the ball. And it looks like they did. Maroon Devils are going to come back out on the field. Robbinsville stripped on that pass. So a pair of stripped passes. Swain back in business, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Handoff up the gut. Carry by Kellen McCullough for Swain County.
Handoff number 16, Kellen McCullough. Tackle on the play by number 52, Kellen Inslee.
Kellen Inslee making the tackle for the Black Knights. Gain of 3 on the play brings up 2nd and 7 at 17-yard line. And McCullough again on the carry, tackled by big number 74, John Dominguez Romero. It's like a gain of 2 is going to bring up 3rd down and about 5. .704 and counting left to go here in the first quarter. No scores so far. Quick pass to the left, complete to Woodson. And he gets brought down and tackled by Roman Jones inside the 35. Might have got up to the, looks like they're going to mark it around the 37. That'll be enough for a Devils first down. They're actually going to spot it at the 35. Where it'll be 1st and 10 for the JV Devils. Handoff again to Woodson. Inslee makes the tackle. We'll bring up a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line. Clock hits the 6-minute mark here in the first quarter. And pass falls incomplete, intended for Woodson. On the coverage for Robbinsville was Andrew Adams. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 4 now for Swain County. Our quarterback is Aiden Southers. He is a freshman for the Devils. A lot of freshmen and 8th graders on this JV team, and just a handful of 7th graders. So the Devils building a strong program for their future. And that may be enough to move the chains. Dive inside by number 16. That is Kellen McCullough. And Cason Buchanan drops him. But it's enough for another Devils first down at the 45-yard line. Once again, thank you for tuning in here on the Graham Star Facebook page, your home for Robbinsville athletics all season long. So 1st and 10 at the 45. Pass complete quick to Woodson and wrapped up immediately by Roman Jones. Jones giving him no room to breathe. Might have got 2 on that one. Nice tackle by Roman Jones. Brings up 2nd and 8. As they're right below us here under the big oaks. We've improved the magnification of our lens. Much clearer broadcast.
That's an ellipse.
It is. The telephoto lens coming in handy tonight for us here in Robbinsville. Carry made and a suplex to the ground by Kellen Inslee. Another gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 6 at the 49-yard line. 4:25 and counting left here in the first quarter. Knights patiently awaiting the Devils. Methodically running that veer offense. McCullough again on the run for Swain County. Tackles led by John Dominguez Romero and Bryce Adams. Gain of 3 is going to make it 4th and 3 as they finally swipe to the other side of the 50. Now in Robbinsville territory at the 48. 3:39, and it's 4th down. As the Knights and the Devils trying to either stop a drive or keep it going. And he's met rudely in the backfield by Roman Jones and tackled. Huge loss. Loss of 2. That's going to be a turnover. Robbinsville gets the ball back at midfield. They're going to mark it 1st and 10 at the 48. And just like that, it's Robbinsville ball again with 3:22 left here in the first quarter. And that's going to be a jump too early on the Swain County Devils. First infraction of tonight's game goes against number 53. That's Trenton Jones, an 8th grader for the Maroon Devils. A little antsy on the line. That should give Robbinsville 1st and 5 at the 47. 3:10 and counting left to go here in the first quarter. The Knights take the extra 5 yards. Still a scoreless ball game. Knights have the ball back. Already had one possession, but it got unfortunately ended early. And a nice run by Quinn Jumper. Jumper gets about, call it 8 yards on that. Brings up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Eight-yard run for Quinn Jumper. 1st and 10 now. Hand off again. Jumper bullies his way across the 35. He'll get about 4 yards on that carry. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. They'll spot him at the 34. 2.5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. No score here in Graham County. We'll try to keep you updated tonight on the Lady Knights volleyball action that's taking place over at Hayesville tonight. That is the regular season finale. Quinn Jumper breaks free here, though. Ball comes loose, and the Devils might have got on top of that one. We'll see who comes up with it. And it is Devils football. On the recovery for the Devils is number 57, Grady Lewis. And it's Maroon Devils football again, 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. 24. So we've seen some costly turnovers. 3 fumbles so far here in the first quarter, and 2 of them have went against Robbinsville. And Aiden Southers treks outside, bullied out of the bounds by Roman Jones for Robbinsville. Having a nice night so far defensively. Southers picks up about a yard on the keeper, brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25. Handoff that time goes straight up the gut. Tackle made by number 74, John Dominguez Romero. Gain of 1 for McCullough. Brings up 3rd and 8 at the 26.
3rd down, 3rd and 8 for the Maroon Devils.
Nice tackle made just out of our camera view. Couldn't. And looks like the Devils shaking up on that. That's Daniel Nations on the reception. And Andrew Adams giving him all kinds of fits at the 36. But that's enough to move the chains and give the Devils another set of downs with 50 seconds left to go. An official timeout on the field. Nations is shaking up still just off screen. We'll pause for just a moment here on Facebook Live. So Nation's able to walk off the field on his own power. That's always a good sign. Might have got the wind knocked out of him on that tackle. 1st and 10 at the 36 with 48.8 seconds left on the clock. No score so far here in Robbinsville's season finale for the shortened junior varsity football season. As it stands, Robbinsville only played 5 games, counting tonight this year. But at the end of the day, it'll be chalked up to COVID just like most anything else is nowadays. Southers gets loose and gets some free room. Flag comes out just past midfield. Southers is going to try to go all the way to the house, and he does. But more than likely, a holding call or a block in the back is going to negate that touchdown. If that stands, it's a 64-yard touchdown run for Aiden Southers, but I believe the Dirty Laundry will, in fact, negate that. 14.9 seconds remaining. It's going to be a hold against Swain County. That touchdown is no good. Called back. Robbinsville breathes a sigh of relief after giving up that 64-yard run. And instead of being in the end zone, the Devils are going to be backed up inside the 35. I'm going to actually spot it. Check that. Precisely at the 35 and 7/8 yard line as the clock runs down here in the first quarter. Devils aren't even going to attempt it. They'll jog off the field, and we'll end the first quarter tonight here in Graham County, scoreless between the Knights and the Maroon Devils. Back with you in just a moment here on Facebook Live. No score here in Graham County. Devils are 1st and 10 at the 36 after a holding penalty negated a 64-yard touchdown run. Daniel Nations takes the pitch out of bounds. Tackled by Roman Jones. And a penalty flag might make things worse for the Swain County Maroon Devils. First play of the second quarter. And the call will be illegal motion against Swain County. It's going to back him up to the 31-yard line. Be 1st and 15 now. Devils have a little more field to make up at this point. Devils spreading out. Has some room to make up. Knights trying to hold him and get the ball back. Robbinsville's yet to have a full possession in this ball game. Pass complete to Nations. Pushed down by Roman Jones at the 30, right around the 37-yard line, it looks like. Gain of 6 on the play brings up 2nd and 9. So the Devils now back inside the chains, but barely. Robbinsville trying to hold steady here in the second quarter. Robbinsville will receive the ball to begin the second half. Fumble on the play. And it looks like the Knights have come up with it. Kellen Inslee lays credit to that. My goodness, folks, in the first half we've seen 4 fumbles. 2 on each side.
That offense comes onto the field at the Maroon Devil 39-yard line.
And each time, the other team has benefited. Robbinsville now first and 10 at the Devils 39. Robbinsville stripped the ball on the first play of this ball game, but was unable to cash in. They coughed it up. Handoff up the middle goes to Roman Jones. He is bear hugged and met by a pack of Maroon Devils. Grady Lewis wraps him up and tackles him inside the 35. Flag on the play, back all the way back, my goodness, at the 17-yard line. Not sure what happened. We were watching the play. See what the officials come up with here in just a moment. And it will be personal foul. It is a face mask against Swain County. Check that. That's against Robbinsville. So the Devils were moving in the right direction. Referee had the call all sorted. Had to get the call all sorted out. Now at the 48. Robbinsville will have a long way to go to get another fresh set of downs. Brings up first and 19 for Robbinsville, all the way back at the Devils' 48. Handoff to Adair. Panama squeaks around the left side. He's still on his feet. They haven't brought him down yet. He's at the 25, 20, 15, 10. Wiggles his way past to the 5. Touchdown, Robbinsville. But a flag comes out because, of course, it does at the 46-yard line. Make that 2 touchdown runs tonight negated by penalty flags. It will be a holding call against Robbinsville. And now it's going to be first down in Topeka Road before Robbinsville can move the chains again. And a sideline warning against Robbinsville. That's going to cost them even more yards. Knights are backed up all the way to their own 44-yard line after the holding call. Warning does not take off any yards. And it's first and a long way for Robbinsville. They're going to call it 28 on the scoreboard. Feels like a desert. Handoff goes to Panama again. He's wrapped up and tackled. In on the tackle, number 44 for Swain County. That's Drew Skaggs. Robbinsville gets some positive yardage back. Gain of 4 brings up second and a long 23, as if that exists. 7:25 and counting left to go here in the first half. And looks like Swain's going to call their first time out of the game. And why not? We'll pause with them right here on Facebook Live. Stay with us, folks. And as Iron Man begins to belt out across the PA system here at the Big Oaks, we welcome you back here on Facebook Live. 7:17 left to go here in the first half. Robbinsville has second and 23 facing them at the 48-yard line. Bryce Adams rolls out. He's going to keep the ball. Gets past the 50. He's got some open real estate. 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5. Touchdown. No flags to be found. Bryce Adams breaks free 52 yards for a quarterback keeper, and 6 points, for Robbinsville with 6:57 left in the first half. Wow. Great run for Bryce Adams. And a scoreless drought finally broken. Knights line up. Won't see any point afters here. 2-point conversions all the way. Adams is going to roll out. He may keep it again, but he's going to get stuffed at the 2-yard line. Conversion fails, but the Knights have a 6-0 lead here in the second quarter. Kellen McCullough on the carry for Swain County. Welcome back as we are here in Graham County for Robbinsville, Swain County junior varsity football action tonight here on Facebook Live. Robbinsville just struck for the first score of the game, a 52-yard touchdown run by quarterback Bryce Adams. It's 6-0 Black Knights now with 6 minutes left here in the first half. Hand off again. Daniel Nations on the carry this time. He's going to be around the 45-yard line. Gets 4 yards on the carry. That's going to bring up third down and about 3. Make that 4. 3rd and 4 now at the 45-yard line. So as a reminder, Robbinsville will get the ball back to begin the second half tonight. Handoff straight up the middle. McCullough on the carry. Met by a host of Black Knights coming up off the bottom of the dog pile. Caden Lale and Casey Buchanan. Gain of 1 is going to bring up 4th and 2 yards. So another 4th down conversion coming up for Swain County. Knights want to try to hold him right here at midfield. And instead it's going to be a pass complete to Nations. He is pushed out of bounds by John Dominguez Romero, it looks like. No, check that as Andrew Adams.
Number 24, Andrew Adams on the tackle for the Black Knights. Winning some laps. And Maroon Devils moved down to the Black Knights 27-yard line. 1st and 10, Swain County.
1st and 10 for the Devils now at the 27-yard line 4:35 left here in the first half. So the Devils convert again on fourth down. And are deep in Knights territory. Pass complete. And met immediately by Lell, but he's unable to bring him down. Bryce Adams comes in to finish the job. Keontae Graham, freshman for the Devils, on the reception. That's going to get the ball all the way up to the 26. After all that effort, 1 yard gain, second down and 9. Devils gathering their play on the 35, and they'll now jog up to the line of scrimmage. Dipped under 4 minutes left to go here in the first half. Robbinsville leading 6-0. Swain driving, though, hoping to get a score on the board before the half. Nations gets the handoff, and there'll be a hold. Nations is tripped up and tackled by Andrew Adams. It's going to be a holding call against Swain County. That looked like Trenton Jones on the hold, 8th grader for the Maroon Devils. Number 53. And the Devils are going to have to back it up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Backs them up to the 39. 3:40 left to go, and it's now second down and Snydertown.
Second and 22 for the Maroon Devils.
But for you statistic fanatics at home, it's second and 22. And a timeout called by the Devils. That's their second one of the half. We'll pause with them with 3:18 left here in the second quarter. And welcome back to Modell Walsh Memorial Stadium. Junior varsity football action coming your way here on Facebook Live. 3:18 left in the first half. Swain County staring at a second and 22 situation as the Devils trying to move the ball upfield before the half. Pass complete to Daniel Nations. Roman Jones and Caden Lell able to wrap him up, but they're deep in Robbinsville territory now. It'll be first and 10 at the 11-yard line. Robbinsville will get the ball back. They lead 6-0 to begin the second half. But I obviously want to keep Swain County out of the score column. Devils trying to do something about that, though, at the 11-yard line now. Nice pass from Southards to Nations. Handoff to number 5. That is Mason Cochran. And he's able to wiggle his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Swain County. And we're all tied up. Mason Cochran, his first touch of the ball game, goes 11 yards. And it's 6-6 with 2:44 left in the first half. So we'll see what Swain can do here on the conversion. We may be back to square one at the break. Robbinsville will get the ball back with about 3 minutes to score again. Devils better line up quick. They're running out of time on the play clock. 2, 1, and Robbinsville calls a timeout. So Robbinsville pauses to think about their defensive stance here on this 2-point conversion attempt here on Facebook Live. Swain County is going to try for two. Back with you here on Facebook Live. Robbinsville trying to sort out his defensive makeup here on the goal line. Finally got enough people out there, I believe, to line up against Swain. Everything all sorted out. Junior varsity football action coming your way tonight here from Robbinsville. Season finale for the Black Knights, who are 2-2 this season. And a quick pass will drop incomplete. Intended for Keontae Graham. Conversion fails. 6-6 is your score with 2:44 left here in the first half.
Will kick the ball off for the Maroon Devils. Number 11, Bryce Adams, covers the loose ball in the kickoff. Comes over the field at their own 43-yard line. First and 10, Black Knights.
So Adam gives a scare, but no harm, no foul. Robbinsville able to start things first and 10 now at the 43-yard line. 2:27 and counting left here in the first half. We got a good one cooking, folks, at 6-6 here under the Big Oaks. Adams on the keeper. Wide cut around the left side. Wrapped up and tackled out of bounds. And on the tackle is number 6, Shiloh Woodson for Swain County. They're going to give Bryce Adams gain of 8 on the play. He's going to get them inside Maroon Devils territory. 2nd and 2 at the 49. 2:15 to go here in the first half. Quinn Jumper unable to go anywhere. Gets dropped for a loss by Jaden Wade, freshman for the Maroon Devils. Loss of 2 makes it 3rd and 4. And we're back on the Robbinsville side of the 50 at the 49-yard line. Minute 39 left to go in the first half. Handoff goes to Adair Panama. He's wiggling his way inside, back up the middle. Tackle by number 57. That is Grady Lewis, big freshman for the Maroon Devils. All the way up to the 44. That's enough for a Robbinsville first down. Gain of 7 on that one. And the Knights still have 2 timeouts remaining in the half. Swain only has 1. Good to have you with us once again here on the Graham Star Facebook page. Bryce Adams cuts around the left side, stumbles, slides out of bounds. Under pressure there by number 7. That's Keontae Graham. Ball up to the 41-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd and 7, so Adams picks up 3 yards. Second and 7 with 1:11 left to go here in the first half. Handoff goes to Panama, and he's inside the 40 and doesn't get much further. Tackle made by Grady Lewis. They'll give him a yard on that. Brings up 3rd and 5 at the 40. 53 seconds left in the half. As we said, the Knights have 2 timeouts remaining. They got 3rd and 6, excuse me, at the 40-yard line. Roswell maybe going to try to get one more off here before taking a pause. Adams is going to air out a long pass, and it's going to get deflected and tipped and incomplete. Andrew Adams tried to snag that one. Keontae Graham had other plans for him. And it'll bring up 4th and 6 at the 40-yard line with 33.5 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. So the clock stops, so Robbinsville is going to go for it here on 4th down, not burn a timeout. Adams drops back, plenty of time to pass. It's complete. No, they're going to say hit the ground first. Caden Lell bobbled that one, tried his best to reel it in, but couldn't get it under control in time. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Swain's going to take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Lell had all the real estate in the world had he snagged the ball. Had to dive for it, trying to save it. And Robbinsville, after a lengthy possession, turns it back over to Swain, 1st and 10 at the Devils' 40-yard line. 25 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Why didn't he start the clock there? He started it on us. Want to change possession?
Ball bobbled, reverse. And looks like they're going to go for a halfback pass, and it's going to be complete. Back to Southers, who's got some open room. Shirks around Andrew Adams, but he's finally tackled. How about some trickery by the Swain County Devils? Keontae Graham's short pass to Aiden Southers. And the Devils moving the ball nicely on that. 9 seconds left. And the ball at the 18-yard line. Devils are in the red zone. And the Devils are going to take a moment to strategize here. 6-6 with 9 seconds left in the first half. And welcome back. Under the Big Oaks, 6-6 with 9 seconds remaining here in the first half. Southers under center. Rolls back for a pass. And it's going to be broken up. Great pass coverage by Bryce Adams. That was intended for Daniel Nations. And clock stops with 2.4 seconds left in the half, so Swain will get one more crack at it from the 18-yard line. Robbinsville gets the ball back to begin the second half of play. And we're at an even score right now, 6-6.
I don't think they've got a timeout left, have they? No, they still got one. They didn't call that last one. We called one.
Timeout on the field. Timeout on Robbinsville.
Swain called that last one. Robbinsville's called that. Yeah. So it's 1-1. I think Robbinsville's out, right? Yeah. Well, no, Robbinsville's got one. Yeah, Swain burned their last one a second ago. Sorting it all out. Don't bring me down. Oh. So after the failed touchdown pass, Swain and Robbinsville try to pause for one more moment here in the first half to see what they're going to come up with. 2.4 left. Southers rolls back under pressure, gets free. Pass complete, but a flag is going to come out. Two penalty flags. So a penalty flag at the line of scrimmage and a penalty flag on the touchdown reception. And clock is out. So we'll see what they have to do. Make it a free down here, depending on what the call is.
It won't connect me for some reason. Enable. Bluetooth. Allow.
And we're still trying to figure out what the call was. A hush is falling over
When you said that, I'm looking down. Where's it at?
Modell Walsh Memorial Stadium.
There we go.
And we'll see what the official comes up with. It's going to be
Illegal forward pass against the offense.
illegal forward pass. And then
Pass interference.
pass
The defense.
and they're going to play it's going to be an untimed down. So they will play a free down here with no time remaining. Penalties offset. And it's at the 18-yard line now.
Last play to end the first half.
And official timeout now to discuss things at the 18-yard line. Devils are lined up. They're ready to go. And trying to make sure everything's squared away, and I believe it is. Play clock's active. No time left on the clock. Free play coming.
Timeout on the field. Timeout Robbinsville.
And because they have it, Robbinsville burns their last time out. None left for either team. This first half continues to wane on here on Facebook Live. And here we go with the untimed down, which should finally bring this first half to a close. Score is 6-6 here on Bob Colvin Field. Devils taking their time, finally get the snap. Southers drops back. Here comes Dominguez Romero. There's a flag. And pressure from Owen Blevins is going to push quarterback Ethan Southers out of bounds.
Hold on. We had the receiver.
We may get another untimed down. We'll see how this goes here. It's going to be a hold against Robbinsville. Be half the distance to the goal. And another untimed down. My goodness. The first half just continues to wither away here on Facebook Live. Thank you, folks, for tuning in, though. We'll stay with you for the entirety, no matter how long it takes, to get out of the first half and, of course, the second. Still waiting to hear about a score update from Hayesville. The Lady Knights are in action over there for the regular season finale. So, Knights are all the way, the Devils are all the way up to the 3. Knights should be at the 9, but here we go. Ball fumbled. Nation scoops it up. He may still get in. He is tackled by Andrew Adams and Bryce Adams. And they're saying he's down at the 2-yard line.
That was a bad.
And thank goodness at long last the first half is over. It is 6-6 at the break. Stay with us here on Facebook Live. As the second half set to begin here in Robbinsville, Black Knights and Maroon Devils in a 6-6 war at the moment here on Facebook Live. Good to have you with us wherever you may be tonight. Well, we'd like to throw out a disclaimer real quick. We will not be broadcasting tomorrow night's football game between Robbinsville and Murphy, but we will be on hand to provide updates all night long from the sidelines at Murphy High School. Kickoff is at 7:30. Still waiting to hear word on action at Hayesville tonight for the Lady Knights varsity volleyball team. Their season finale, and of course the Knights hosting the Smoky Mountain Conference tournament this year. That will actually begin on Saturday. But right now we're looking at a 6-6 ball game. Number 23, that is Brendan Lanning, set to kick off for the Maroon Devils. Robbinsville set to receive. And the suspense is building as the clock trickles all the way down to 0. Clock now at 10 minutes, and it looks like we're set to go. Should be a good second half. Both teams struggled with fumbles in the first quarter and early in the second. Finally saw some scoring after that. And a flag comes out on the kickoff. And it is offsides against Swain. Still have to kick off now from the 35. Try it again. Beautiful evening here in Graham County as always. Tomorrow will be Robbinsville Varsity's football's last away game. They'll have 3 games in a span of 7 days. Coming up beginning next Friday against Andrews. Tuesday will be against Swain County. And then Friday, October the 29th, will be the season finale against Hayesville. All 3 of those games will be played here under the Big Oaks. Tillman Adams shirks that one. Rolls to the 15. He finally scoops it back up. And action underway here under the Big Oaks. Wrapped up and tackled. Big tackle made by number 2. That is Corey Stillwell. So Robbinsville is going to begin things 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
1st and 10, Black Knights.
And Robbinsville is going to take a moment to think things over. Clock begins to wind. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Handoff goes right up the middle. And nowhere to go for Bryce Adams. Knights gave Luke Lovin a chance to hand the ball off. He's in at quarterback now. Gain of 1 on Adams' run brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line. Lovin again under center. He's going to hand off this time to Quinn Jumper. Jumper gets up right around the 25. They got stopped a yard shy of that. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to put it at the 25, which would be enough for a first down for the Knights. 9-yard run for Quinn Jumper as Robbinsville gets back into its churning offense. 8:34 and counting left to go here in the third quarter. Play clock nearing 0. Get it off in time, though. Adams on the run. He's going to run up to the 30. Picked up 5 yards on that. See where they mark it. They should mark it 30. They're going to give it to 31, so a gain of 6 is going to give them 2nd and 4. Lovin again will hand off to Adams. He bullies his way up right around the 35. That might be enough for another first down for Robbinsville. Daniel Nations on the tackle for the Maroon Devils. And that is a gain of 4. It's going to be a 1st and 10. Another fresh set of downs for Robbinsville at the 35-yard line. 7:18 left here in the third quarter. Lovin still in under center. Handoff goes to Adams again.
Handoff off the right side, number 11, Bryce Adams on the carry for the Black Knights, tackle led by number 5, Mason Cochran.
Mason Cochran on the tackle. Gain of 4 brings up 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line. Robbinsville began things forever ago at the 15. Have ran 3.5 minutes off the clock. We're at the 6:38 mark, and have progressed a total of 24 yards. But they're doing what Robbinsville does best, running the ball. Snap gets away. Bryce Adams able to fall on top of it. A premature snap by the Black Knights center. And that's going to be costly. Robbinsville now all the way back at the 27-yard line. Loss of 12 on that one. It's going to bring up 3rd and 18 in this 6-6 ball game tonight at Modell Walsh Memorial Stadium. And Adair Panama gets a snap. He'll get up to the 35. Flag comes out as they switch back to Lovin. And looks like a cramp. One of the Swain players need to get stretched out at the 30. And while they assess the penalty, they're also going to try to check on the downed player for the Devils. We're not going to show that on screen. And you can have a discussion about the yellow handkerchief on the field. And the call will be, need a drum roll sound effect here at the 5-minute mark. Holding call.
He had the ball up you around the 40, didn't he?
Clock's been running this whole time.
Penalty is declined. Brings up fourth down for the White Knights.
It was at like 6 minutes when I play snapped.
Yeah, he was about 41.
So the officials are going to have to reset the clock.
Set our. Hey, the clock was still running. What do we need to go back to? They've done it for probably a minute and a half.
And Daniel Nations is going to walk off the field under his own power.
We said 6:15. All right.
Blocking the back goes against Robbinsville. Brings up
Again, another walking back against
fourth down.
No, they just beat third down this side.
So I guess I'll repeat third down.
And he didn't stop it, but my God, he runs it on a dead ball.
So now it'll be 3rd and 23. Play clock set back at 6:15, and we'll try it again. 3rd and 22 for Robbinsville at the 27-yard line. Adams rolls out. Pass broken up by number 5. That's Mason Cochran on the defense for the Devils. Pass intended for number 81. That is Avery Webster for Robbinsville. 4th and 22. And the Knights might have no choice but to punt here with 5:55 left in the third quarter. Back to punt for Robbinsville is number 56, Kobe Bird, back at the 10-yard line. First punt of the ball game, if you can believe that, folks. High snap. High snap. It's in the end zone. Swain's going to fall on it. That's a touchdown.
Snap, and the Maroon Devils recover the loose ball in the end zone.
Number 16 for Swain County. That's Kellen McCullough. Recovering the bad snap. And that gives the Devils 6 free points. It's 12-6 now in favor of Swain County. My.
That's what was a big deal. Nothing they did. You just said it too. In the warm-ups, I watched it.
So 2-point conversion coming for the Devils, who get a freebie touchdown, recovering that fumble in the end zone. High snap on the punt attempt. And that is costly as costly gets for Robbinsville. Delay of game goes against the Maroon Devils. Can't get set quick enough, so that'll back them up 5. They'll have to try the extra point now from the 8-yard line. But what a turn of events. Robbinsville on 4th down ends up throwing a loose ball all the way into the end zone, and it's scooped up by Swain County, giving the Devils a 12-6 lead here in the third quarter. Southers is going to roll out pass, broken up by Luke Lovin. So the conversion fails, but the Devils have taken a 12-6 lead here under the Big Oaks. Back with you in just a moment here on Facebook Live. So the kick goes out of bounds, and Swain will have to try it again now at the 35. Back with you here on Facebook Live. It's 12-6 Maroon Devils after an unusual turn of events. Kellen McCallum responsible for recovering a high snap on a Robbinsville punt attempt in the end zone. Pulls Swain ahead 12-6. And now another kick. That time caught by Andrew Adams at the 40. And he's got some room to run, but he's dropped as he tries to cut inside.
And the kicker, number 23, Brendan Lane on the tackle for the Maroon Devils.
Brendan Lane on the tackle for Swain. So what looked like a promising recovery ends up going about 8 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line of the Black Knights. So Robbinsville's got some decent field position to begin the next drive, but they have to hold on to the football. Keep the score at home. That is 5 fumbles tonight on both sides, 3 against the Knights. That last one costly. Make that 4 fumbles, but Panama is able to save it. Daniel Nations comes in. He's been banged up all night, but he comes in with a huge tackle there on Adair Panama. Loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15 at the 43-yard line. They're going to check that. They're moving it up to the 45, so loss of 3. 2nd and 13. Robbinsville searching for answers right now, reeling from that fumble recovery for a touchdown. Adair Panama takes the handoff at the last second up the middle, wrapped up and tackled by number 44 for the Maroon Devils.
Back to the line of scrimmage.
Drew Skaggs on the tackle, and Panama's a little shaken up on that. And we'll pause for just a minute as they check on Adair Panama. 4:45 left to go here in the third quarter. Now it's like Panama's up to his feet, limping, favoring that right leg. Hopefully he's okay. One of the main runners for Robbinsville. Knights are back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10. Make that 9, excuse me. They got a couple of yards on that. 4:40 to go here in the third quarter. Robbinsville facing a 3rd down and 9 situation right at midfield. Ball is dropped again, and Swain might have recovered it that time. Let's see who came up with it. It's like Bryce Adams able to hold on to it. So now Robbinsville has 5 fumbles and has lost 3 of them this evening. No loss on the play, but it's 4th and 9 now.
Sounds like the Varsity, don't it?
At the 49-yard line. Robbinsville is not going to take any chances here. They're going to go for it. At midfield, 4:06 to go here in the third quarter. Pitch goes to Roman Jones, and he only gets a couple of yards before he's mauled and tackled by Daniel Nations and Kellen McCallum for the Devils. Turnover on downs, and Swain County is going to get the ball back 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line with 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
1st and 10, Swain County.
12-6 your score here on Bob Colvin Field as Swain and Robbinsville jockeying for position. Devils have the advantage now. Handoff to McCallum up the middle, wrapped up and tackled by Roman Jones, but he picks up about 6 yards on the carry, maybe 7. See where they spot it. And we'll give him 6 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 4. .316 left now in the third quarter. Swain will have a 2nd and 4 at the Knights' 45-yard line. Time rapidly running out. They're going to have to snap the ball or call a timeout. 4 seconds on the play clock. Swain's going to burn a timeout instead of 8 and 5 yards. We'll stay with you here on Facebook Live.
Just got a load of fresh Papa's Pizza at the visitor concession stand.
Welcome back here on Facebook Live. It is 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line. And a little premature action. Boy, that is costly. Jaden Wade jumping off sides for the Devils. And they'll have to back up 5 to the 50-yard line, so right at midfield. And that comes after a timeout where Swain had a chance to gather his thoughts. Robbinsville trailing 12-6 with 2:57 remaining here in the season finale for the Black Knights, who are 2-2 this year in junior varsity action. They, of course, defeated Andrews in a road game and defeated Cherokee, but have lost to Murphy and Mountain Heritage last week. Quick pass complete to Shiloh Woodson, but Andrew Adams wasted little time wrestling Woodson to the ground. He's slow to get up. Gain of 3 on the pass is going to bring up 3rd down and 6. And Woodson still has the wind knocked out of him. He is down just off your camera view at around the 43-yard line. And while they check on Mr. Woodson, we'll pause here on Facebook Live. Woodson gets back up and walks off the field, jogging back to the huddle, as a matter of fact. Third and 6 at the 47-yard line. Clock begins to run again. Devils leading this one 12-6 from Robbinsville. Thank you once again for tuning in here on the Graham Star Facebook page. Your home for Robbinsville Athletics all season long. Penalty flag comes out. Will be a false start against the Devils. 5-yard penalty will back them up to the 48. And it'll bring up 3rd and 11 for Swain County. Minute 45 remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
I'm serious, man. I don't know when the clock, when to stop it, when not. Oh, God.
Everyone on Facebook say a prayer for our clock operator, John Schuler. He's having a rough time up here tonight, trying to decide when to run the clock and when not to. A long pass, complete. What a catch. On the reception, number 7, that is Keontae Graham for the Devils. Huge gain for Swain County. All the way down to the 16, so give him 36 yards on that completion. And it is now 1st and 10 for the Devils in the red zone. Robbinsville is going to have to play some serious defense and hunker down here if they want to keep this a one-score ball game. Devils leading 12-6 here in the 3rd quarter. 1:18 remaining. Handoff goes to Kellen McCullough, looks like. No, that's Daniel Nations. Check that. Nations on the carry. McCallum on the ground having a hard time getting back up. Tackle made by Kellen Inslee.
Daniel Nations on the carry for the Maroon Devils. Tackle was played by number 52, Kellen Inslee.
Inslee stuffing him at the line of scrimmage. No gain. 2nd and 10, 53 seconds left in the third quarter. And the play clock runs dead. Again, delay a game. Devils have really milked that clock for all it's worth tonight, and it's been costly a few times. They'll back up to the 21 and try it again, 2nd and 15. Clock running again, 25 seconds remaining in the third quarter, 16 seconds on the play clock. Devils haven't even broke the huddle yet. They're trying to scramble to get set. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And they got it off just in the nick of time. Daniel Nations snuffed out rather quickly by Bryce Adams. That's going to do it for the third. Robbinsville trails 12-6 here in this junior varsity matchup from Robbinsville. Stay with us here on Facebook Live. 12-6 from Robbinsville, back with you here on Facebook Live. Maroon Devils 2nd down, 14 to go at the Knights' 20-yard line. Pass intercepted by Robbinsville. That's Roman Jones on the pick. What a huge interception for Roman Jones. That'll turn the ball over. That's what the Knights needed. Interception's going to get the Black Knights at the 20-yard line. They may mark it at the 21, as a matter of fact. Why not? They will spot it at 21. Big pick to begin the fourth quarter for Robbinsville. First and 10 at the 21 now. Roman Jones with a big pick for the Knights. Handoff to Bryce Adams. Hands off up the middle to Quinn Jumper. In on the tackle, number 55, Noah Brown, 7th grader, big 7th grader for the Devils. Picks up 1 yard. 2nd down and 9 for Robbinsville. And needless to say, the Knights have got to take advantage of this free gift. Down 12-6 here in the fourth quarter. Adams on the keeper. Runs up. Still upright. And McCullough wrestles into the ground at long last at the 33-yard line. Gain of 12 on the run. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Robbinsville at the 33. 8:53 left to go here in this one. Jumper's got some room. He's still running. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Robbinsville. Quinn Jumper from 67 yards to the house. And not a flag to be found. And we've got an injured Maroon Devil down, trying to work out a cramp at the 3-yard line. Got an injured Devil on the field. He looks to be working out a cramp, so that'll pause the action. But we need a second to absorb that. Quinn Jumper broke free for 67 yards. And we're all tied up. It's 12-12 here in the fourth quarter.
6 points.
Yes, it's 12-12, baby.
They're yelling at us, Vince. Give us 6.
Come on, Vincent.
Come on,
Negative 12 to negative 12.
Come on, my cousin Vinny, let's go.
No. Just because it ain't up there, don't change back.
And the score is negative 12.
And the score is 12-6, alleged.
Score is 99-4 in favor of Topton.
That's awesome. In favor of the Mountain View Highlanders. I was looking through, I was going to say that. I was looking through the archives today and I found some stuff from 79 of the Toccoa Tornadoes basketball. They beat Hayesville by 5 in 1979.
Vincent got off of basketball, it was my understanding all in that.
It was 62. The final score was 62-57, so that's about halfway competitive for a high school basketball game. So it was Daniel Nations down again for Swain County, and they actually had to help him off the field on the Robbinsville sideline just to get the game going. That was his third time being down tonight. All on cramps. But back here on the gridiron as they're sorting everything out, it is 12-12 with 8:28 to go after Quinn Jumper tears loose for a 67-yard touchdown.
They're not gonna let us.
Yeah, they've got to get him to his sideline, don't they?
He's got to get back on his sideline. Nope. He's off the field.
So Nations had to actually leave the field just out of camera view down here around the 10. 2-point conversion attempt for Robbinsville. This could be the lead, and it's bobbled, and Andrew Adams will run it in. Robbinsville pulls ahead 14-12 with 8:28 to go here in the fourth quarter. Stay with us, folks. We got a good one brewing here on Facebook Live. Was that Roman or Andrew? Who run that in?
Roman.
Roman's what I thought.
I was wondering why Pace acted like
He bobbled it for a second.
Yeah, I know. They
Ran into
dropped
each
it.
other. Number 77, Owen Blevins, will kick the ball off for the White Knights.
he's off.
Penalty flags on the kickoff. Dead ball foul, false start, offsides against the White Knights. 5-yard penalty. Blevins will kick the ball off from the 35-yard line. Thank you.
What's that?
Blevins getting off field by number 12, Skeet Cook.
So we stand corrected on that last play, folks. I apologize deeply. Roman Jones actually had the 2-point conversion, not Andrew Adams. But Robbinsville leads 14-12 with 8:24 to go. And the Devils will take over after the short kickoff. Penalty, of course, assessed offsides on Robbinsville on the first kickoff attempt. Devils have it first attempt to 47 and trail by 2. Southerns rolls out to the left on a keeper, snuffed out in the backfield by Roman Jones, who's having a huge night. Give him a No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Jones having a big night on both sides of the ball. Has an interception, several big tackles, 2-point conversion. And Robbinsville reaping the benefits. 7:35 to go. Leading 14-12 here in the JV season finale. Incomplete pass. Caden Lell with some stuffy coverage over on the Swain County sideline. Pass intended for Corey Stillwell for the Devils, who's still down. Stillwell may need just a moment to shake that one off. That was a hard lick by Caden Lell. 7:30 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And while the medical staff checks on Mr. Stillwell, we will pause here on Facebook Live. Well, folks, Corey Stillwell is still down. Trainer for Robbinsville and Smallwood has actually jogged out to see how he's doing. Swain staff attending to him, but a flag came out. That's why we panned the camera back around. Officials had a lengthy discussion about that hit by Caden Lell, and they may call it helmet to helmet. I don't know what the penalty will be here. We'll see. It is helmet to helmet against Caden Lell. And Swain gets a gift on that one. Looked like a clean hit from our view. But the Devils will get to jog up to the 38-yard line of the Black Knights. Stillwell is still down back at the 48. He is hurt. He has barely moved. So we're still trying to sort all this out. Game cannot resume as long as a player is down, so we may be in for a moment of pause here. 14-12 here in the fourth quarter. 7.5 minutes left in the ball game. Head coach Ren Millsap's having a lengthy discussion with the head official about that call. Came out about 2 or 3 minutes after the play actually occurred. The flag did. And Millsaps loses the argument, unfortunately, walking back to the sidelines.
Get him, Ren!
First and 10 for Swain County at the 38. And the teams are actually leaving the field. Stillwell is still down, and that's not a good sign at this point. He's been down for several minutes. Trying to catch a pass over near the Maroon Devils sideline, and couldn't come up with it. And then Caden Lell came in on defense, just trying to break up the play. And at long last, Stillwell is sitting up. He was laying down for a long time. That got scary for a second. Lell's still in. That's number 9 for Robbinsville. He's jogging back out. Stillwell still trying to gather his bearings. Probably a little seeing stars at the moment. And at long last, Corey Stillwell makes his way to his feet, much to the relief of the Maroon Devils. Faithful. And we'll pan back over to the action, which is at the 38-yard line. The call well after the play was helmet to helmet against Robbinsville.
Terrible call!
7:30 left to go in the ball game. Robbinsville leads 14-12 as we try to reset action here on Bob Colvin Field. This game's had a little bit of everything tonight, folks. Thank you for tuning in with us here on Facebook Live for the Junior Varsity season finale for the Knights. Big pass by Southards. It's going to be complete. That is a... Are they going to settle that a touchdown? They're going to say he was down at the 1-yard line. Zeke Gillespie on the catch. A 37-yard reception for Zeke Gillespie. And it's now Swain ball at the 1. That 15-yard targeting penalty has proven costly for Robbinsville, as the Devils are knocking on the door with 7 minutes to go and a chance to regain the lead. Southers with the ball, and they're going to go nowhere on that handoff. Might have come loose. Robbinsville football. Oh, my goodness.
That's justice right there.
Kellen Inslee will get credit for the fumble recovery. And in a game filled with fumbles, Robbinsville very thankful for that one. At the 1 yard line.
1 foot line. 1 football line.
And we got a timeout called by Robbinsville, who has the lead, and they got the ball back with 6:45 to go in the ball game. Stay with us here on Facebook Live. And welcome back to Robbinsville. It's 14-12 Black Knights. Kellen Inslee might have just saved the game for Robbinsville with a fumble recovery at the half-yard line. Robbinsville has the ball, plowing straight forward. Flag comes out after the snap. And that could be dangerous. It's going to be a false start against Robbinsville. They're going to have to back up deep into the end zone and snap it again. I'm just going to say it. A safety is not out of the question at this point, which would tie the game in one of the most unbelievable games we've seen in recent memory. This game's had a little bit of everything. Knights are going to snap it from about, well, they're right on the goal line, but they'll be about a yard deep on the touch. And the handoff goes to, like Quinn Jumper might have had a hand on that. We'll see if it was him. It was. Some of the Maroon Devils tried to plead the case for the safety, but I believe he got out to the 1, maybe the 2. So gain of 2 on the play. And Robbinsville got the ball back, but are now having to sweat this one out with most of their backfield in the end zone. 6:10 to go in the ball game, and it is 14-12. Knights lead. And flags all around. They're going to call it on. It will be against Robbinsville. Number 54, Dane Webster, the center for Robbinsville, stood up thinking the play was dead, and instead Robbinsville pushed back inside the goal line again. Actually, the ball is at the 1, I beg your pardon. But much of the Robbinsville offense is across the plane, and that is not where they want to be right now with a 2-point lead in the fourth quarter. Handoff goes to Roman Jones. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard picked up on that. So ball spotted at the 2. And the Knights will try it again. 3rd down and about 9 to go from the 2-yard line. So after Kellen Inslee recovered a fumble that might have saved the ball game temporarily for Robbinsville, the Knights can't get the ball moving here and are at the 2-yard line on a 3rd and 9. 5 minutes to go in the ball game. And a tackle made. Jones on the run. Tackle made by number 52, Jaden Wade for the Devils. Gain of 2.
Tackle led by number 52, Jaden Wade for the Maroon Devils.
4th down and 7.
Move the ball out to the 40-yard line. Brings up 4th down for the White Knights.
4.5 minutes to go in this ball game. And the Knights need to convert quick, or they're going to give Swain unbelievable field position. Adams drops way back. This may be a quick kick. And it is. And it pooches straight up and drops at the 15. Roman Jones will let it roll dead and scoop it up at the 16. So a very short punt, about 12 yards. And the Devils will get the ball back. Knights able to escape a tied ball game, but they've got to hold Swain, who's got the ball at the 16 with 4 minutes to go. So this could be the ball game right here, folks, on these next few plays. First and 10 at the 16, 3:50 to go. Play clock is at 4, 3, 2, 1. And they get the ball off in the nick of time, it looks like. John Dominguez, Romero, and Kellen Inslee with a huge stuff on Daniel Nations. He's dropped for a big loss. That's the way to stuff him at the line, Robbinsville. Loss of 4, 2nd and 14 at the 15-yard line. Or at the 20, excuse me. They're at the 20-yard line. Swain coming back out. They've had trouble with that play clock all night. Not this time, though. They'll get the snap off in plenty of time. Southern drops back. Pass. Incomplete. On the coverage, Andrew Adams. And there's an injured Maroon Devil outside the end zone. That is number 7 for the Devils. That's Keontae Graham, who has been a reception force tonight for the Devils, and he looks hurt. 2:57 to go. We'll pause here on Facebook Live. And Graham gets back up to his feet. At long last, he'll have to get help down the sideline. Gets a nice hand from the Bryson City faithful on hand tonight here in Robbinsville. 3rd down and 14 for the Devils as we resume play with 2:57 to go. The Knights are trying to hold on to a 14-12 advantage in their regular season finale under the Big Oaks. Devils have been banged around all night. Lots of pauses for injury time. 3rd and 14 from the 20. Southers rolls out for a pass. Under pressure. Still under pressure. And he's going to get dropped for a big sack. And they're going to call a horse collar on the sack.
No! No! It wasn't forceful!
Kason Buchanan is going to get rung up for a horse collar, a high tackle. And that does not please these Robbinsville fans. They are livid. Buchanan simply trying to make a tackle.
That's a bad call!
2:47 to go, and Robbinsville is going to give up some free yardage thanks to that horse collar call. The Devils will now be, if I'm doing my math correctly, all the way out to the, 17-yard line from the spot of the foul. Remains 3rd down. So after all said and done, the Devils actually gained 3 yards instead of Casey Buchanan recording what could have been a game-winning sack. 3rd and 11 with 2:47 to go at the 17-yard line. Devils will try it again. Handoff goes to number 5. And they're snuffed down out pretty quick over on the left side. Big tackle made by Owen Blevins for Robbinsville. Mason Cochran tried to cut, and that ended quickly. 4th down and 12. 2:23 to go. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining in the ball game. This one coming down to the wire just like last year's affair did in Bryson City. Play clock at 5, 4, 3, 2, and they're going to call a timeout.
Timeout on the field, timeout, Swain County.
So the Devils will take a moment to strategize. 2:03 to go. Robbinsville leading 14-12 here in Graham County. .203 to go, and it is 4th and 12 here in Graham County. Knights need to stop. Devils need to keep it going. Southers rolls out for a pass. Incomplete. Daniel Nations couldn't come up with it. Robbinsville will take over on downs with 1:58 remaining. That could be the ball game, folks. No flags to be seen. And it's a turnover.
They've got time to throw a flag. They can huddle up like they did a while ago.
Robbinsville now at the 18-yard line. Devils down to 1 timeout. Robbinsville has 2. And all Robbinsville needs to do at this point is just run the clock out. After a 4th quarter comeback, the Knights will be happy to get out of here with a 14-12 victory. Run up to the right side. Jumper muscles his way. What a powerful run. Jumper carrying about 4 Devils on his back up to the 25-yard line. Timeout called by Swain. Gain of 6 on Jumper's run. The Devils are all out of chances to pause the game on defense. 1:44 remaining. Knights have it 2nd and 4 from the 24-yard line, but all Robbinsville really needs to do is just snap the ball a few more times, and they'll have this one in the bag. Handoff to jumper. Daniel Nations on the tackle for Swain County. Like jumper picked up 3 yards on that one, and that'll be 3rd and 1 now, as the Knights have to convert just once more to pretty much put this one out of reach. What a ball game we've seen tonight, folks, here under the Big Oaks. Sadly, some ball control issues on both sides, but in the 4th quarter, Robbinsville pulled ahead after a Roman Jones interception and a 67-yard touchdown run by Quinn Jumper. Jones' conversion run made it 14-12, and that's where we stand with a minute to go. Clock at 3-2, and the handoff. And Jumper breaks free again, and that pretty much seals it up for Robbinsville. Kellen Inslee fired up, number 52. 1st and 10 for Robbinsville at the 40-yard line.
I ain't never in my life, son.
Gain of 12 on the play. And we'll try it again here on the last play of the ball game. Roman Jones is going to let the clock run down and take a knee. And it'll be time to dance on Knight Street as the Robbinsville fans come to their feet. The Knights have prevailed in their season finale. Huge win tonight in Graham County. Your final score will be 14-12 Robbinsville. Thank you so much for tuning in with us for junior varsity football action this season here on Facebook Live. We will have these games uploaded for you folks on YouTube, available for viewing on our archives on the Graham Stars YouTube page in the coming weeks.